test because they didn't know about it.
What?
Take drones.
Yeah, take drones.
The drone campaign is a global terrorism campaign run by the Obama administration, which has absolutely no counterpart. There used to be some notion, lawyers will remember, there's this old thing called the Magna Carta, which we'll be commemorating in its death in next year, 800 years.
800 years. Don't add Sir Robert Worcester here. Yeah. He'll be very
But it established this, in a narrow form, but it established the notion of presumption of innocence. Pretty narrow, but then it was extended over the years. Well, that's been torn to shreds. By now, guilty means that Obama decided on Tuesday morning to kill you. That's the definition of guilty. Tuesday morning, there are these sessions in the White House where they read a little St. Augustine on just wars and then decide who we're going to murder today. And they're recognized to be suspects. And it's massive. You know, it's all over large parts of the world.
And they can be American, as they have been.
Well, it's interesting. There are a few cases, I think 4, where American citizens were killed. Now that has caused a lot of debate and discussion, which is curious. The tacit assumption is that if you want to kill non-Americans, it's free. Do it. Do whatever you like. But murdering American citizens, well, you know, raises some constitutional questions. So that's debated. But I mean, suppose, say, that Iran, let's say, had the capacity to murder people in the United States and Israel who they regard as a threat. I mean, they have good reason to regard them as a threat, like leading figures and top leaders in the United States and Israel are regularly saying that all options are open, which means if we want to carry out a nuclear attack against you, we'll do it. John McCain, during the last campaign, when he ran, his line was just bomb, bomb, bomb. Don't wait, let's bomb them. So there are plenty of people who they could regard as a threat. Suppose they decided to assassinate them. Would we sit here quietly and say, well, it's fine, they're not Iranian citizens, so why shouldn't they assassinate them? But when we do it, it's considered legitimate. And it's pretty striking that the U.S. government recognizes 2 things that are important. One is they're not only killing suspects, they're generating terrorists. They know very well that these campaigns are generating terrorists. When you start murdering people in tribal societies, which have a culture of defense and revenge, they respond. Take, say, 9/11. Turns out that 11 of the 19 apprehended hijackers were from a tribe in Yemen that had been bitterly repressed and attacked, first by the center and then by the international supporters of it, and they were taking revenge. There's a very important book on this by Akbar Ahmed, who's a Pakistani anthropologist, teaches in the United States, is one of the leading experts on tribal societies. And he just calls it a war against tribal Islam and tribal societies generally, which react. The other thing is that it is really massive terrorism, large-scale terrorism. And the fact that we accept it is pretty remarkable, and the acceptance is limited. The former head of the CIA, Michael Hayden, pointed out recently that there isn't a single government in the world which accepts Washington's legal basis for the drone campaign. He said with 2 exceptions, Israel and Afghanistan. And I suspect he's wrong about Afghanistan. That's the support. So you generate terrorists, you kill whoever you like, and there's no support for it. But it continues.